Hi everyone. Right, so I'm just having a walk down Soy Buakhao. Still playing around with the selfie stick, getting different angles on it. But let's do a spin around. I must admit, I am loving the spin around. So let's have a walk down Soy Buakhao. There is a marquee bar and a little cafe next to it, so called Takeaway. Let's have a nosy. So back in the day I used to watch Kevin Thailand, and one of his first ever vlogs was actually at this cafe up here. I just remember, going over there. Cheers. I just remember him doing a vlog from the cafe, like orange chairs. I'm sure it's this one called the Takeaway up on the left, next to the marquee bar, which I believe is a cracking bar for food and drink. It was Jeff Carter who recommended that one. So I'm just spoilt for choice, all these places to go. That's why it's a great place to live, a great place to retire. So there's the marquee bar. There it is, just on Soy Buakhao. And then is this the little cafe where Kevin Thailand sat? Was it these chairs here? I'll have to look back at one of Kevin Thailand's vlogs to see which cafe it is, but I'm sure it was this one here. Maybe they've changed the chairs. I think it was about 9 years ago, the vlog. It's funny how you remember these things. So I did say while I was there I would like to view some kind of accommodation, you know, a potential condo, a potential small 2-bed. So I'm going to find somewhere at some point to sit down and have a look on the Google and just see what I can find. I think viewing somewhere over on the east side, the Darkside, is something I'd like to do. Try to fit that into this trip if I can, just to see what you can get for your money. Right, I'll choose somewhere to perch down and we'll have another drink of tea somewhere. Tell you what, I'm going to spin around actually and go to that cafe, that Takeaway cafe, and from there we can plan the day. That's the best thing. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, so it's not really early, so time's limited. I'm not going to be able to view anything today, but at least I might be able to send a message, put some plans in place. So I'll see you at the Takeaway cafe. There we are. Right, I found a seat. Look at my view. Let's spin you around. Let's order a drink. So the breakfast looks delightful. Must come back and try that. Steady cab. And the tea's arrived. Nice, it's a good one. Let me show you some of the view. Well, that was a nice drink of tea. And I've noticed across the way is the TT currency exchanges with all the rates listed on the window. So let's have a nosy. So, as of the 21st of January, it's like a slight dip in the GBP. There we have it. And that's TT currency exchange, that's the one I always use. So it's fair to say, out of the places I've seen so far, if I was to move here in the future, the east side, the Darkside Pattaya, has stood out for me. So you know what? Sod it. It's 20 past 2 in the afternoon. I'm going to get a bolt in that direction and let's just go and have a look, see what we can find. We might find an estate agent, we might find signs up for condos to rent, and we'll see if we can have a nosy at one. It's a bit risky at 20 past 2. We're not got a lot of time, but we'll try it. And this is very much for the future. There's not going to be any signing of contracts out, but I just want to have a look to see what you can get for your money. So I've just ordered the Bolt, so it'll be either Mr. Bolt or Mrs. Bolt picking us up. 128 baht, and that's to take me all the way to the Siam Country Club, East Pattaya. And then from there we can work backwards and see if we can find anywhere to rent, you know, if not for me, for you guys. Let's have a nosy. There is Mrs. Bolt. Steady cap. Cap. That only took a couple of minutes. So 128 baht. It's not a massive amount of money, and that's taking me a fair distance to the Siam Country Club. A little adventure to the dark side again. So I've made a little bit of a rookie mistake, and it started to become clear as the taxi drive was going on and on and on. So I'm definitely on the east side of Pattaya, but I put into Google Siam Country Resort, and I think I was after the golf club as opposed to the resort. So anyway, I put in the wrong place, and I've just I've just stopped the taxi driver going any further. However, where we have pulled up is at Paddy's Irish Pub and Grill, so that could be worse. There's an estate agent just down there, so if they're open I might be able to ask some questions. And if I spin you around, and please let me know in the comments below if you recognise this area, there is a massive lake. So obviously more homework needed. East Pattaya is a huge area. If you've looked back at the other vlogs, you would have seen me having a few beers in the dark side around them bars. But I think I'll do a bit more homework, and then I know exactly where to go. But yeah, not the Siam Country Resort. I'm certainly not staying there this time. So let's have a wander down to this estate agent and see if they're open. So I tell you what, considering I've kind of gone the wrong way, I recognise this bar, Hemingway's. I've seen that on a previous vlog from maybe Kevin Thailand a few years ago. He might have had a roast dinner here, if my memory serves me right. British telephone box, and then you've got an estate agent there. I think it's Alan Alan Bolton. So I might actually be able to get a nice cold beer, have a chat with an estate agent, and I've got the view of the lake, so this could be one of these moments where I've landed a little bit lucky. Let's find out. Swaddy Cap, how are you? Sabai Mai Cup. Not open. This is where homework comes into it. Well, I'll tell you what, let's have a cold drink at Hemingway's. Do you want to say hello? YouTube! Sadie Cap, thank you very much for the beer. Captain Cap. Cheers everyone. So I'm just sat here at Hemingway's. And just on the topic of property, so if you know anywhere around East Pattaya, I mean, I'm not looking to actually sign up now, but I'm thinking for the future, a little 1-bed, 2-bed condo, small house in East Pattaya, where I can just scooter into Pattaya or drive into Pattaya. Who have you used agent-wise before? Pop them in the comments. Any nice areas you would recommend? I quite like the idea of like a gated community where you've got security on the main gate and then you can go into like a little chalet area. I've seen a few popping around, but where I'm sat at the minute, I'm not sure how that then connects to everything else, so I'm going to do some homework as well. But if you're living in East Pattaya, you want to share that with the channel, or you know somebody, or you've got an agent you would recommend, anything like that, you can help. But I think out of everywhere I've seen so far, being in East Pattaya and travelling in is a potential thumbs up, as opposed to being too central on like Sorbacel, which initially I thought would be a good idea before I actually came here again. I think I need a balance between quietness and the busy side. And then, as I was mentioning to a subscriber earlier this morning, then there's just that gut feel of, could I actually live here day in, day out? When you walk around and you experience it. And I didn't get that from John Tien. It's hard to pinpoint what that is, what the reason is, but it's just a gut feel. I suppose if you're viewing a property yourself, they say, don't they, within that first few seconds, you just know. And even though I will go to John Tien and definitely have beers and Webby's Bar and all that good stuff, I'm not sure I want to actually live there, where I'm getting a completely different vibe about here in East Pattaya. But yeah, please share your thoughts, it'll be interesting. Yeah, so the plan of action is to do a little bit more homework, a little bit more planning on the search for a potential future condo or little house in East Pattaya. The search goes on. Right, well, I've ordered a taxi from Bolt. That'll either be Mr. Bolt or Mrs. Bolt. But it's a 6-minute wait for me, so what we're going to do is just have a quick look at that beautiful lake. Now, ideally, I want to be able to just get across there, but I don't want to stand on any snakes in there. But you can kind of appreciate the beauty. So it's a big lake. And the Hemingways where I've just been is the waterside Hemingways. I believe there's one more central Pattaya as well. Yeah, sorry guys, if there was a little path I'd go a little bit closer to the lake, but I don't fancy going through the dry grass. Just in case there's a little snake wanting a bite. wait for the taxi. And Mrs. Bolt has arrived. And if you're wondering how I know it's Mrs. Bolt, it does show a picture of the driver. Right, I'm going to go for a beer at Maggie May's. City cab. So another happy taxi driver, and this journey is just 100 baht to take me from Hemingway's to Maggie May's on the dark side. So I ended up having a couple of beers in Maggie May's, and now I've just got Mr. Bolt taking me to the Badger, which is another bar. So we're going to try that one. Not been to the Badger before, we'll give that a go, and then after there I'm going to return to central Pattaya, where I get a bit of food and a massage, and then we'll wrap things up. So you may remember from one of my other vlogs, walking up or halfway up this hill and then getting a Bolt taxi. But it's a good strip really. You've got loads of bars, loads of restaurants. I believe the Badger's on the right hand side down here. We walked past it the other day. So it's all within close distance to each other. It's got a nice kind of feel-good vibe about it. I like it. So another successful journey by Mr. Bolt. That was 65 baht from Maggie May's down the bottom of the hill. And I'll show you where I am. The Badger. Got all sorts. Barbers there, won't be needing that. Unless I shave off around the sides. Fruit shop. And it goes all the way up there. And all the way down there. And if you can remember from my other vlog, I was staying at the Eastern Grand Pattaya, which is down at the bottom across the railway track. Right, so I'm going to make my way into the bar for the next drink. I wish I could record in there, guys, but I can't, unfortunately. But if you're in Pattaya, I've heard it's really good. Go and check it out. Yeah, so a good couple of beers in the Badger. It's alright. You can have a game of pool. The beers are cheap enough. I think it was around 80 baht. So I'm feeling a bit peckish now. And there's a bar on Soi 7, like bar restaurant. It used to be the Pig and Whistle, and it's been renovated. Forgive me, I can't remember the name, but we'll soon find out. I'm going to go there, check out the menu and see if we can get a nice meal. Come along. Right, we're on board Mr. Bolt, and we're on the way from the Badger in the east side to Soi 7, what used to be the Pig and Whistle. I don't know what I fancy tonight, if something Western, something Thai. Let's see what's on the menu. Oh, and by the way, the taxi was only 80 baht, and that's that full distance. That's incredible. I've just remembered I've not collected the laundry. I think we said 7 o'clock. It's now 6:15 and I'm on the way to a restaurant, so oh well, I'll have to pick it up in the morning. So we've had a little bit of a situation in the Bolt taxi. We've arrived in Jomtien rather than Soi 7 Pig and Whistle. So something's gone wrong. Let me try and fix it. So I'm going to have to agree to disagree with this taxi driver. He thinks this is it's okay, keep the change, mate. Okay. He thinks this is Soi 7 Pattaya, but you know what? I'm outside Webby, of all places. I'm outside Webby's bar in Jomtien, next to Maggie May's. Of all the places for him to drop me off when I've asked for Soi 7 Pattaya. Wow. Well, I tell you what, that's got to be the funniest thing that's happened this week. Soi 7 Pattaya. I end up in Jomtien, next to Maggie May's and Webby's bar, which is, to be fair, two places I like to go. But I didn't even mention that. So it's like he's been watching my YouTube channel and thought, you know what, let's take the lad there, because I think he preferred that more than a meal at Soi 7. So Wow. I'm actually going to order another bolt and see if I can get to Soi 7. I'm determined. Right, I've got another bolt on the way, and this time I haven't put in the pig and whistle, I've put in A7 DJ bar to guarantee that I'm going to get to Soi 7. Just while we're waiting, and out of respect to John Tien, this is hustle. This is it's busy, which is good. It's good to see. Hustle and bustle is what I was trying to say. This road takes you right down to the beachfront, and it's a great one. You've got bars, restaurants. Yeah, it is a big thumbs up for this road. Well, it was light when I set off to Soi 7. The amount of traffic as well, so lesson learnt on my part. If you're going to move around in a taxi, there's probably a time in the day where there's a little bit less traffic. It is 6:30 in the evening, and we're struggling to get to Soi 7, but fingers crossed we can do it in the next 10 minutes. Well, it's an epic fail on the taxi. Pig and whistle, or the new name of it, will have to be for another night. I tried my best to get a taxi from East Side Pattaya to Soi 7. I ended up in John Tien, and then the second taxi got as far as Soi Buakhao, and the traffic's just gridlocked. So it's an epic fail on that one. We'll save that for another night. But the good news is I am in Soi Buakhao, one of... Is this Soi Buakhao? This is Soi Lenki. Anyway, I'm in central Pattaya, so let's find somewhere else to eat. The good news is I can bring you some shots from Soi Lenki, which obviously joins onto Soi Buakhao just at the bottom there. So I've got a couple of choices. I think the Hungry Hippo's on here. I've got the Steak & Co, Flame, American Barbecue and Grill. So I'll let you know which one I pick in a moment. So forgive me, it's Hunger Pangs, not Hungry Hippo. It's Hungry Hippo, I think it's on Second Road. That looks interesting. I didn't fancy another burger. I would have gone for the triple cheeseburger, but if you remember from the last vlog, I had a Knox burger at 1:30 in the morning, so I don't want to overdo it on the burgers. So I've gone for chicken goujons with spicy chips. Let's see what it looks like. It's quite a small menu, but I enjoyed my chicken and chips. It would have been 99 baht, but because I had asked for the spicy chips, it was 200 baht. But it was tasty, it was enjoyable, it filled a gap. So yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a good one. Right, so this vlog's getting quite long now, guys, so I'm going to wrap it up. So thank you very much for watching. A big hello to all the new subscribers. It's really good to see. Your support is massively appreciated. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you on the next one.